Hey guys, Rick Show here. We had a pretty good few days, last few days. We had a church outing where a bunch of us from the church went bowling, and we actually it was all taken care of pay wise, except you buy your shoes, and then when we went to get the shoes, they just give them to the kids. I have a set of shoes. My wife has shoes, so and they didn't take any money for the shoes, so that was pretty cool. And we the, Faye and the kids got 3 games each, and I played out after two. I have a 16-pound ball, and I got so tired in the second game, I went over and took a lane ball, a 10-pounder. was throwing that. I was just so dang wore out. It tired me out pretty good. And then little Matthew, his friend had a birthday. His birthday's tomorrow. Let's see. No, Wednesday. And day after tomorrow. And his little friend had a birthday, so I took him up to this Arena 51, it's called. And instead of going home, I'm going to wait in the parking lot. So I was reading the owner's manual and found out what a lot of buttons were. There's some buttons up high that was 1, 2, and 3. I didn't know what that was for. So I looked that up, and it was for garage door openers. You can program it to garage door openers. You just push it and hold it until it blinks, and then you key your garage door opener, and it'll pick up that signal and open your garage door. And you can do up to 3 of them, and you don't have to carry an opener around with you. The other thing, I was looking at it, and I couldn't find the power steering fluid. I wanted to check that. Power steering's working great. Here, come to find out, this thing has electronic power steering. There's no fluid that runs it. It's electronic. So hope that stays working. I never had that before. This is the first time in a vehicle. The other thing on that car I had a problem with, it's not easy to get in and out of for me, because my feet are real big, and I don't have the seat all the way back, and I have it up a little bit. Well, there's a button on there you can program. The previous owners had it turned off. There's buttons, 2 buttons on the door, driver's door. You push for one, that's for one driver. It sets your mirrors, not the mirror that's up in front of your head, but the side view mirrors, and it'll adjust the seat the way they want it. And then the second driver gets in, you push button number 2, and it does that. Now it also does the same thing on the key fob. Who's ever got the key fob, it'll adjust their seats and their mirrors. And then you just got to adjust that middle mirror. So that was pretty cool. Well, the thing that I was able to enable and turn on was when I go to get out, it'll lower the seat all the way down and it'll bring it all the way back, which is another 3-4 inches for me. And then I just popped the steering wheel out of the way, and it made it a lot easier to get in and out of. That was cool. But the steering wheel you have to manually do it. You have to loosen the lever. It's telescoping, and that's a nice feature. So, but I also found another button on there. I'm going, what's this button for? And I don't just push them, because that's what I did with the OnStar, and I got somebody, oh, hell, do you need help? No, I was just wondering. So I didn't want to be pushing any buttons. Well, there's a button up in front of the moonroof. It's a rear sunshade. You push it, and this sunshade comes down, and it blocks the back, most of the back window. I'd say 90% of it, a little bit on either side. So that was kind of cool. I liked that. So just learning a bunch of stuff. I found out also, I originally seen a thing online that those take 4 quarts of oil. No, this one takes Dextrose 1 synthetic, and it takes 6 quarts is what that takes. And transmission, it says it right in the owner's manual. Take it in. If you want the transmission fluid and filter done, you got to take it to the dealer. So, I always used to do that kind of stuff myself. And I always wondered why they never put a drain plug. It was always such a hassle I would take one side off and try to pull it down a little bit, loosen the screws so that it would at least leak out of a corner somewhere, to try to keep from making a mess. But they don't put a drain plug, and I like to get in there and make sure the magnet's cleared off. So, but this one I'll take in. It's had the fluid done already, a bunch of stuff. My oil life thing is way up yet. It's 96, I believe. So we're doing pretty good on that. It takes 530. It's Dexos 1, I believe that's what it was called. So I want to make sure I get the proper oil. I think what I'm going to do before the oil change, I'm going to buy, like this payday, I'll buy 2. Next payday, 2 more, and then a couple more. And then I always like to keep a quart in the trunk in case if you start going low. Because that, I'm sure not every place has that for sale. That I haven't seen it. We were out today, and it wasn't at our Dollar General or Big Lots that we went to. Now Walmart might have it, but they didn't have it at the stores we were at today. I just wanted to look at it and price it, and I'm betting it's going to be about $10 a quart. So that's why I'm going to buy a couple quarts at a time. But we went out. Another thing that kind of sucked around here, we were looking for like Dr. Wong's sulfur soap because my wife's got a little bit of a rash. In the Philippines, I don't care what store you go to, they got it. Because it works. That's the best stuff, sulfur soap. I used to use it on my feet when I had the problem with my feet. My wife said, "Oh no, just wash it with the sulfur soap." And I was like, "Really?" I had years of trouble, because being in work boots all the time. As soon as I started using that soap, gone. And we went around today. We hit 3-4 different stores, and we can't find the stuff. So, but we didn't go to Walmart. She thinks she saw it in Walmart. So, and I was fried today. We ran around to a whole bunch of other places. Having a car is nice, but I was the chauffeur. And the one store we went to, I didn't even go in. I said, "Sweetie, you're going to have to go in. I got to just sit and rest for a little bit." And it's like the other day, my son was in there for 2 hours at his laser tag, it was called. He had a blast. And I just sat there and read the owner's manual. And there's a mini owner's manual that says "Get to know your car." I know all those buttons. And so many buttons. And you can go through this computer instead of like plugging a thing in. You can go through on the computer screen and look at a whole bunch of things that are happening with the car. It even tells you if there's a light out. I mean, this thing just amazes me, all the goodies on this car. I'm loving it more and more every day. I love the feature now. As soon as I shut the motor off and open up the driver's door, the seat drops and goes back. It makes it easier to get in and out. And that's pretty cool. And if I can get this way the seat was before, if I can get the door all the way open, but in the garage I can't because the bike's there. And like in parking lots, a lot of times people, like today, I couldn't believe it. I pulled into the spot, and then the people in front of me were going out. So I said, I'll pull forward in there so that it'll be easy to get out. And I'm waiting for Faye to come out of the store. And what happens? Lady pulls in. Her tires were on the line. I mean, she couldn't judge her car at all. And then she had this little tiny sliver to get out. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, well, put it in the middle of there and it would have been fine. But some people just don't do so well when it comes to judging their vehicle. It's kind of funny. But she slipped out. And then if I would have wanted to get out, I wouldn't have been able to because I got size 14 feet. I can't get my foot out the door. I just don't contort in the shape I'm in right now. I think I am getting better on the mend. Today I did a heck of a lot of walking through the stores, and I wasn't getting as tired as I have been. I got doctor's appointment Wednesday and another one Friday, and then I'm waiting to go back to the VA. I have to call them today and see when my appointment is for that. They didn't send me any notification yet, but they were talking about putting me on a hormone that'll help with my blood count and my kidneys. And I want to get the name of it, even if I call them today, just to get the name of it so I could start looking online, ask Siri what it is, and see what it affects. Some other doctor from the Parma VA, who I don't ever remember meeting him. I got the bottle here somewhere. I think it fell on the floor. But he sent me some kind of nutty pills for anxiety, and it had 3 or 4 pages of problems where you can commit suicide, you know, all these different things. And then it was super hard on the kidney. I'm going, who is this doctor? I never heard of him, and why is he sending me this garbage? I'm not going to take it. I'm not taking anything like that. I hear too many horror stories on it, and I just ain't going to take it. But same thing with this. They took me off the Coumadin from a blood clot I had way over a year ago in my leg, and haven't had any trouble since then. And then I had to take it while I was taking this one medicine. And then they gave me another one. And I looked online and it said, it's hard on the kidney. And so when the kidney doctor came in, I basically just told him, would you take it if you were in my condition? And he looked at me and he wouldn't answer me verbally, but he just, like that. So I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna take this one. I still have Coumadin if I need it. But they said the Coumadin messes with this other thing because they got me on this one antiviral, and they don't want you taking that one and the Coumadin together. So I'm not taking any of them now. But when I had that blood clot in my leg, I knew it. When they were doing the scan on me, I told the lady, I said, there's something wrong in my leg here. I actually told her, I said, I think I got a clot. And that's what was wrong. I was getting right in my femoral artery, in between my legs, and it was sore. It was very sore, and good thing they gave me a whole bunch of thinners and stuff to break it. And she said, good thing that thing didn't let loose. It could have went anywhere. And that happened in the hospital. And they kept me. I went in for just a visit, and they kept me. So that got fixed up pretty quick. And since then, I haven't had any more. I haven't had any trouble like that. So this thinner that they're giving me that affects my kidneys, I just don't want nothing to do with that, because the kidneys are not working the best. You know, they're getting a little bit better than they were, is what they're telling me, but they're not there yet. And from what I understand from these guys after this stem cell thing, that they said the cancer is done. So we'll see. But if they came to me in a couple of years and said, oh man, it's coming back, you got to do this again, I don't know about that. I think I would try to find something else to get rid of it. You know, something, because this is, what a way to go. Look at this. They give a treatment that makes all your hair fall out. What the hell kind of treatment is that? You know, that, to me, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Even my underarm hairs fell out. Crotch hairs, it all just gets gone. I'm baldy. But my hair's starting to grow back on my face. And it's scraggly. I don't think it's going to come back decent at all. It's all scraggly. I used to have a really nice beard. Now it's just scraggly. But we did have fun. We did have fun bowling. The kids like that. I hope that we can keep that up. Next month starts my car payments, so I got to make sure I got all the, get all that. And it doesn't come right at the beginning of the month. It comes. The insurance comes off in the middle, and the car payment comes off after the first week. So this month we're just going to have to be real careful. I'll go out and buy a little bit of food to get me through a week to see what we got left over, and hopefully I can keep these kids doing stuff. I like to keep them busy. They love bowling. It was nothing but smiles and happiness. So, I enjoyed. The last game I had to sit out, though. I was just so beat. And the sad thing about the bowling alley, there's no comfortable place to sit. I told my wife we're going to go clean my red buggy up, and I'm going to put that in the trunk of the car and start bringing that with me to sit on. We went to the church, and after church, we didn't know about this, but we went to church on Sunday, my first time back in a while, because they wanted me to stay away from large groups of people. But I'm feeling better. I thought, okay, I'm going to go, and it was nice seeing all the folks again. Same, a lot of them were there at the bowling thing, and then they said, oh, they're having a dinner after church. So I was, okay. Well, for me, there's no good place to sit. The chairs that they have, these foldable chairs they have, are so low. They're low like a toilet. It's just real hard. It's like on my toilet here. I have an extender that raises it up about 6 inches because I can't get down that low unless I had something to hold on to. And same thing with these chairs. Then getting out of them for me is pretty rough. Because you can't put your weight on the back of the chair, because as soon as your butt comes off the seat, the chair wants to flip over. So I'm glad Faye's around. She knows I have trouble, so she's right over there giving me a hand, which is a real sweet thing for her to do, because I'm just nowhere near 100% right now. I can't believe I'm so weak, and hopefully they'll get me started on this hormone they said it'll really fix you up. But I'm going to read about it first. I mean, if it's something that's going to affect my kidneys or it causes all these other problems, I'll just pass on it, So that doesn't sound like a good idea to me. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. I'm telling you guys, I really love our car. I checked the mileage, and from the time we got it till now, I haven't reset the. It tells you what your miles to gallon are. I haven't reset that. I'm just going to do like an overall one. I can do trips and stuff like that, but right now the thing's getting 25 miles to the gallon all around. I haven't really done any highway driving. A little bit highway driving, but 25 miles to the gallon for that car with all the power it has, that's pretty good. You think about 305 horsepower in a car. When I was young, that was a speedy go fast race car, and this is just a normal six cylinder. And the only thing bad about it's a direct injection, and I hope that I don't have problems with have to have the valves cleaned. I'll have to talk to the Buick dealer up here. We saw a Buick dealer on the way to the VA when I was getting my DD214s, and I'll stop in there and ask him if that's something that needs to be done. It probably has been done already, but if it needs to be done, I'm just going to have to pay the piper and get it done, because direct injection, nobody has a good one. I think it was Honda, what they did in order to do direct injection was they also have multi-port. So they got a little bit of gas going from the multi-port that keeps the bottom of the valves clean, and then the direct injection. So they're the only ones that have one that you don't got to clean all the time. You look at some of these Fords with the little 3-cylinder, them damn things, you got to clean the valves, and it's under warranty for so long. And once the warranty's out, people get rid of them, and then they go on the used market, and it's not long before they're in trouble, because the people who buy them, they're not going to pay for that. It's cost a fortune to pull. You got to pull the heads off to clean this, and it's a big expense. So they just don't do it, and it gets all crudted up, and they get problems. They start making weird noises, and it's just a bummer. So I hope we don't run into that, but if it has to be cleaned, we're gonna have to do it. I really love the car. I took it through the car wash the other day, and I had the underside sprayed real good, and we found a car wash closer to us, so I'm gonna. I paid for a month for unlimited car washes, and then it's on the 21st of what is it, the 21st of March, they're going to charge me again. So I'm going to go shut that off before then, before the 21st. And then I'm going to take over to this one closer to us. And it looks like a pretty good job. Plus, they actually, when you get to the end of the car wash, they got people coming out and wiping it and making sure it's not all crappy looking. Whereas this one, you get to the end of the car wash, the air blows it off, and you drive away. They don't do nothing. They don't clean your wheels. They don't do anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and let them try this other one that's close by us. But that's where we're at right now. And hope everybody out there is doing pretty good. And talked to my one buddy in the Philippines. He's going to be coming with his son to visit the States, see his mom and his dad, who are up there pretty good, almost pushing 90. And his wife didn't get her visa, which is kind of a bummer. I don't know what's up with that. He's a homeowner there, and they've got a vehicle and all that kind of stuff, just like us. And I was telling him, it should be no problem, and they denied her. So he's kind of he's a little bit bummed because he wanted his parents to meet her, and he doesn't plan on coming staying in the States. He's planning on living in the Philippines, living out his days in the Philippines. He's got a beautiful place out there. I haven't physically been there, but while he was fixing it up, he was video and sending me pictures and stuff. And boy, I'll tell you what, the place is a palace. It's really nice. So that's the way it goes, though. I hope they're trying for another visa. I don't know what kind he's trying for now, but it's going to be another year or so for him, and that's a shame because his parents are getting pretty old. So, yeah, well, could be because they're putting a lot of people out. I'm glad my wife has her paperwork. She got her Ohio State ID, came in the mail the other day. She's got her Social Security card and her work permit with I think it's Department of Homeland Security or something, her ID to be able to work. And it's good up till 30, and we're waiting on the what do you call it, green card. And one of her friends from church, this Filipino girl, she's my nurse over at the University Hospital, real sweet lady. Man, her and her husband, they filled out a form sponsoring her. I mean, I don't know anybody else who would do that. I mean, we're gonna sponsor you in case something happens. We'll looking out for you. And then some of the other people there wrote letters. They wrote a bunch of letters that Faye's turning in. So I was like, man, these folks are some really decent people. Some of them went through it. They've got their green cards and all that. A lot of them, some become citizens, some don't want to be. They just get another green card and another work permit and all that. So, but that's pretty good. But Faye's legal as a beagle, and I sure hope and pray that she gets the green card. We hear something soon. They have where we can go to the site. You got to put in your passcode that they gave us. It's a 26 number letter alphanumeric passcode. So I got it in my phone. Faye has one for hers, and then I can look at it too. They have it for me too. So if I want to look and see what's happening, we can go in there and look. And I just hope everything works out. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And this is Rick Shaw out.